Welcome back to AFTERBUZZ TV, right here, Being Mary Jane Season 4, Episode 1, Get Nekkid. We are so excited to be talking about this show. It's coming back, y'all. We so excited. Are you guys ready?
We are.
You guys ready?
We didn't have Q&A music?
We about to. Yeah.
We did? Oh, okay. I didn't know what happened before. After, I'm ready.
Girl, get ready. All right, let's do it right here on AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We are so excited. New episode. New season. Being Mary Jane. Yo, what? I'm Meg Scoop. Right here. It's me, Fahnia Thomas, at Meg Scoop on all of your socials. And we're back with some hosts, old hosts, new hosts, a bunch of hosts. Who are you guys?
Well, I'm Fahnia Thomas. I guess I'm an old host.
Yes, you are.
Okay. It's been a year. I'm glad to be back, though. I'm glad that Being Mary Jane is back. I'm very excited for this new season. Hi, Howard.
Hey, everybody.
Howard's new.
I'm new. I'm Howard. Hello. I'm Howard III. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that great stuff at Howard III. And, of course, my website, howardthird.com.
Ooh, what about me?
Yes,
You can
sir.
follow me at Fahnia Thomas on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. How do you spell Fahnia? Do you know?
I tried it.
It's Fahnia. 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 In case you don't.
I heard Steve say, make sure you spell Fahnia's name right. Thanks, Steve.
Yes, and we also have another host, Alexandria. She's not here today, but she will be here next week. We're so grateful that you guys are here to join us. We've been doing this for 4 seasons now. We love being Mary Jane.
Yes, we do.
And this season is about to get hot. It's about to be lit. It is. So let's talk about it. So the episode opens up. Mary Jane is now in New York City.
New York City.
She's upgraded to the #1, market in the U.S. She's on Good Day USA.
She is.
She's got a new life. Seems like everything's gonna go good for her.
New city, new job, new cuddy buddy.
Ooh.
She's got good things happening. I'm excited.
Yes, it's a year later, and the scene opens up with her, and it seems like she's just doing the thing like she's been doing, which is she got a boo thing. She meets in the club, no name, don't need to know who you are. Let's just get it in.
So let's talk about that. I mean, is that okay? Is that what people
That's
are
what
doing?
she
dating
does.
right
This
now?
is what Mary Jane does, okay? She out here casually sexing folks.
After 4 hours?
It's fun. Oh.
Let me know. Let me know. I'm new to the dating game. Let me know.
I think it's okay. She was going out there. She just said, I want to have a good time. I want to have a nice, little encounter. I mean, people do it all the time. I don't, but, people do.
It's
Y'all
a
over here
judgment
judging
free.
her.
No.
Why y'all judging
I'm not
her?
judging her, but hey, girl, get it in. After a few
judgment-free
shots of
zone.
Hennessy, I might be
No,
there
but
too.
it is a little scary though, because here Mary Jane is. She's going to her hotel with this guy. She doesn't know him. He could be a serial killer. Okay,
Yes.
I think everybody. I assume everyone is a serial killer.
Ditto.
Okay? I assume everyone is gonna try to kidnap me, rape me, and serial kill me.
Not serial killer.
I think you done serial kill me. You got to be careful out here. So of course she takes the dude's back and she's all like, "Oh no, oh my gosh."
Well, I like how
What
she
about you?
said that she walked him past the security camera, which is appropriate, which you should do. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and take someone home after 4 hours, that's
Which
a
is
good
probably
thing.
why you shouldn't do that. You feel like I might die tonight.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth
is,
it?
Is the sexual encounter worth dying, possibly?
It might
No,
be worth it.
no, ma'am. I like my life.
Oh, I like that. The idea, though, of, walking them by the cameras was a good idea. I didn't even think about that. So it might be worth it.
That's because you're a male. Females have to think about these kind of things
Right,
on a regular basis.
And then she's real kinky with it. She's like, okay, well, I got that call. I got this. But I'm not gonna lie. There's been times I've been like, girl, okay, so it's first date. So if I don't call you tonight, please call the police. This is who I'm with. I have texted my homegirl plenty of times with the name of the dude or with the restaurant,
honey.
like something, so she can find him in case they do kidnap me, serial kill me, or rape me.
I do. My best friend, I had her give me the driver's license of her husband, but I was like, we don't know him. He needs to send me a copy. You're going all the way out to Riverside. I need to know things.
Right.
I did love like the 50 Shades of Black they had going on with the rubber band, and she was like, this means this means that. Have you guys ever done that?
No, the rubber band. That was a little hot. Okay, go
Real quick, Megan. No,
I know.
I've never done
I didn't want to clock that, but I was like, go ahead, girl.
No, I've never done it. I was like, okay, she get a looky. But how you go from like extremely scared to like extremely kinky though? Like, girl, pick up.
That was an extreme.
They are kind of one and the same though. That emotion that like, I guess they're both polarizing.
That's true.
They're both.
And when you're in the passion and the heat of the moment,
And you get scared?
No, she was. What I'm saying it was. She went from two extremes, but they were both extreme emotions.
Oh, okay.
You
she was
see what I'm
scared
saying?
first, but then she let it go and was like, "All right, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Let me dive in."
Yes. And then when he stopped to say, "What do you want?" in his London voice, "What do you want?"
Oh, Lee. What do you guys think about Lee?
I like Lee.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice little couple there. I think he's really like genuine. Like he really wants to be there for her.
He's a little different. Well, I'll say he's a little different from the other guys that she's dated. I guess
he is. Yes,
he is. He's a comedian. He's not. She's dated a lot of high profile men. I guess whether they're doctors or they're they just have the type of profession that they're in is just not like a comedian fly by night. I mean, a lot of people think that comedians are just kind of like they go to bed late because they're out in the comedy clubs, and then they sleep in. It seems like their life is it's not 9 to 5-ish, but she's seemed to have dated a lot of 9 to 5ers.
And didn't work out, so you got to try something new.
Right.
Maybe the comedic lane is the lane to be in. Maybe she'll find love.
Well, he said when he asked like, "What do you want?" she said, "Hey, would you tell me you love me?"
That was too soon.
That was
like
creepy. He should have left. I don't know. This lady is crazy.
That's like the matchmakers. That's a red flag.
Right.
Like flag on the play. Like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like that just reeks of desperation.
Let's talk about that too. So Mary Jane, of course, enlists the help of a matchmaker this time. Instead of all her random hookups, she wants to do something a little different. She's only been in New York for 2 days and signs up for a matchmaker, $20,000 at that. I think the matchmaker was right when she said, you should just wait a little bit. Let's talk to me in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I agree. I didn't catch that, but when you're saying it, that makes sense. Like, get settled. You have a new job. It's a new city.
Right.
Like, pump your brakes. Slow down. What's the rush?
I mean, do you think she was rushing because of the past experience? She was with all these other guys. She didn't know what she was doing. So maybe she said, okay, this matchmaker will work for me. I think that's why she was rushing.
I think she's just rushing because she's desperate.
Yes.
She wanted a baby. She couldn't have a baby. She wanted David.
Yes.
She couldn't have him. She's just desperate at this point. She's like, look, let's just go head first. I got a new job. Let me just, you know what? Let me go ahead and get him in. Girl, you live in a hotel still. How about you get a place to live first before you start, before you find you a boo. Before you find your husband, get you a place to live, okay?
No, that's
We tell
true.
guys that. Women, you need to do the same thing. Get you a place to live, okay?
It did reek a little desperate. Like,
it does.
I mean, I get it. Everybody wants to be loved, and she's yearning for it so much. And I feel all the other areas in her life, all the other boxes are checked, and she has everything ideally on paper figured out, but she doesn't have like the family love relationship component.
And that's what the matchmaker brought up something very important. She says to her that you need to take some time out to work on yourself. I'm gonna refund your $20,000. That's worse than a man breaking up with you. You pay somebody to help you find a husband. They're like, I can't even help you.
When she said, "Are you breaking up with me?" I was like, pretty much. Like that was hard.
That
was harsh. Would you guys pay $20,000? Wait, I'm sorry.
No, I know.
Don't even finish her question.
How much would you pay?
$5.
A $5 relationship.
Listen, I just get my cousin Pookie. Who you got around the way? Okay, because I can't. Who you got?
I don't think I would pay $20,000 even if I had it, because I'm just a believer in it when it happens. It's gonna happen when it happens. And you have to, honestly, I feel like you get what you put out there. Mary Jane does have a lot of personal work that she needs to do for herself. She does. A lot of self-love. She's been, the type of, she takes care of people, but she's also very chastising and tells them about themselves. And to me, you should just be a loving person. If you're gonna help people, help them. Don't sit here and be like, no, you need my advice. No, just help them, and that's it. Or don't help them at all. Just don't sit here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna help you, but you also gonna take my advice. You're gonna do all what I tell you to do.
There's contingencies and strings attached with her help.
With her love. And I feel like if you're gonna be that kind of person, that's what you're gonna get in return. And nobody wants to be loved by somebody like that.
That's true. Which is probably why she hasn't found any love yet.
Boom.
And then she did say like she's gonna stop auditioning men in her bed, which I was like, oh.
So you think about it, when you think about it, she was like, actually, she has been doing that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
some people call her whores, but we're not gonna call her hoe.
Oh.
We ain't gonna slut shame her.
A little fast.
We ain't gonna slut shame her.
No,
we
we won't, because I mean I enjoyed watching the moments with Thomas and Steven.
Yes, last
and
season.
I mean I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you.
You thought you were there,
honey.
Calm it down. Getting too hot over here.
I'm here for it.
Right. Okay. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with Mary Jane's love life this season. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, she gets it right now. She's just. But I will say, I do see a lot of like what she's going through. A lot of women, especially Black women, go through. Professional women.
Yes.
Professionally, you're doing well, but then in your real life, you're like, oof. Got a lot of work to do.
It is a lot of work. Relationships are hard work. Finding the person that you gel with, and once you find them and making it work, it's hard. Love is hard. People think it's like this fantasy. Not so much.
It's all rosy. No, baby.
No, it's not rosy. But Lee, I don't. Lee,
he doesn't do it for you.
Not so. Lee is a stalker. Let's be clear.
That was a little creepy though.
Yeah.
Lee's got some single white female in him, like coming up to her job. I'm sorry.
But he said, to his defense, he didn't know anything about her. He was like, I'm a comedian, I sleep in, I just happen to wake up early and I happen to watch TV. I never watch TV. I turn on a channel for the channel I never watched.
Did you buy that though?
That it was game? You think it was gaming her up?
I do a little bit. I think he really didn't know who she was. I really do.
I mean, he could have. She's a famous. What is she like? She like C-list or B? She like C-list at this point.
I think she must have been B-list to have gone from Atlanta to jump to New York.
She must have been like the equivalent of like Good Morning America, right?
I think so. Great Day USA.
That's like that sounds like today's show. Good Morning America.
So she must have been at least B in Atlanta. So
no C. So maybe she's B list.
You think she was C in Atlanta?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
She was leading, Megan.
Yeah.
She was leading.
But she was at SNC, which is like CNN-ish.
And you know, CNN is based in Atlanta. Like, yes.
That's like Megyn Kelly at Fox News. Is she C to B or is she B to A? I don't know.
Tough one.
Lee, Lee and his stalker ways. I don't like people coming up to my job unannounced.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
do that.
sorry. Like that's
I'll be like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm sorry.
I would have shaded him real quick.
I'm like, I don't know you. I really don't know you.
I would have been.
I really don't know you. The truth is, I don't know you.
No, I would have pulled a Bonquiqui and been like, security, who is this? He got to go. You guys know who Bonquiqui is? No. Matt TV?
Oh, yes.
When she was working at King Burger?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
That was a throwback. But I would have called security. Like,
Right, but I was just gonna like, leave your card. But I don't know you. You need to get away from me right now.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. That's not cool at all. Because
Right.
I'd be like, wait a minute, who was this man?
Yeah.
And she really doesn't know him. You know, after one night. Like, what gives you the right to come to my job after one night? Like, no.
We probably shouldn't be sharing our bodies with people we don't know, guys. Just just a thought.
That's a
maybe
good
we should
advice.
just wait a little bit.
well, maybe not in your same city, but like we're on vacation, maybe. Because you're never going to see them again.
Girl.
No, I like the vacation idea. I'm here
you're not
for
going to
it.
see them again.
You don't know what they have.
Well, that's another story. Now we're talking about protection. We're talking about condoms. That's totally different.
All right. Well, now that we're talking about MJ's job, let's talk about what she is. She's a correspondent.
Yes.
She's not an anchor. She's a correspondent. And she has to go outside in the cold and be like, "Hey, everyone, birthday, haha." All the hokey stories.
So it's morning news. It's not as hard. It's very fluffy. It's
Right.
very fun because people are eating their breakfast and having their coffee with their kids.
Right. And so, I don't know. For me, even though it's a step up money-wise, it's a step up in a new market, it is a step down when it comes to the actual work that she's having to do. Because before she was doing hard-hitting news, the last thing, if you guys remember, in Atlanta, she talked about her niece who got tased by the officer. Yes. And so now she basically got fired for that. And now she's in New York. So she's to go from that to lead your own show, to do that, and then now you're like covering birthdays. Ugh.
It is a step down, actually, but I think it's a cushiony, it's a nice step down.
It is.
You know,
It is.
it's a step down onto Rodeo Drive. You know, and
Right.
I'd rather that than to be blacklisted and not be able to work anywhere else again.
That's true.
I mean, and maybe she can work her way up to the anchor chair.
Right. And that's exactly what she's trying to do here. MJ she confesses to Kara that she is a little scared of going on air, especially after what happened to her in Atlanta. And but she also likes the fact that she gets to see her idol, Rhonda sail.
Yes.
Rhonda is who she grew up watching, or somebody that she studied. She modeled her own style after Rhonda, and even helps with giving her a question when she was interviewing Cory Booker. So she's in a good place, it seems. And it even seems that Rhonda, her and Rhonda go kick it. Rhonda likes her. Rhonda is sharing her stylist with her.
She did. Gave her the right makeup artist. But
Right.
do you guys know who Rhonda is? She the fancy mama from Half and Half.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh.
Yes, her real name is Valerie Pettiford. Hey, girl.
I am so happy that she's on the show.
I feel like she
too.
always plays the same person, but like she's still just like the mama on Half and Half, but now she's the anchor, but it's the same character.
She's gonna be fancy.
And she plays the same person on another movie. I think that was on BET or a TV one. I can't remember. But yeah, she's.
Stomp the Yard.
Was she in Stomp the Yard?
She was. She played the.
see?
I love her.
She did. She was
She
in Stomp the Yard.
She played the Columbus's uncle's wife.
Oh, okay.
And she was, they were like rich. Yes.
She black and bougie.
Yes, black and bougie is look, it's her lane, and she does it well. Thank you, Valerie Pettiford. We want you to come in here.
We do
Yes.
want her to
Love
come
her.
here. We want all y'all to come in here. I like how I like the camaraderie, and I like how they have each other's back. And I like
Seemingly.
well, and that's
Weird.
yeah.
Is it true?
I hope that it's genuine, but because in the other seasons it wasn't so up front. Like for her to sit her down and be like, "Hey, this is Garrett. I'm sure he took you to the restaurant, and this is what's happening, but this is what's really going on." I like that they just because she was like, you'll see that they're trying to play two black girls against one another. I like it today. Will it be in episode 5 and 6? I don't know.
Right.
I don't like her too much. I'm in the middle of Rhonda. It's only one episode, but I think she's very shady. I think she's setting this up for a way to get Mary Jane out. I truly believe she just doesn't have the best interest for her. She doesn't really care. She's just like, I'm gonna keep you close enough.
Right. Keep your enemies close.
Exactly. And just to let you go off that ledge.
Right.
She gonna push her.
And it does. At first, I'm excited to see that you have these two black anchors. They're on a major television morning show.
Yes.
Rhonda is sharing her stylist, and Mary Jane is sharing research with her. It seems like it's going to go really good. But I almost had one of those moments like, ooh, awkward, when Rhonda is telling her, so he took you to this restaurant, which was booth, Pinot Grigio and dessert. It was one of those, I felt for a moment, it was one of those, this is a man, a boyfriend that you thought was in love with you.
That's what I thought too.
And then, you find out he did everything that he did for you, he did for another girl. You're just like, oh my God.
But you were special.
Right.
Was it one of a kind and genuine?
That's exactly what I thought. And the look on Mary Jane's face is that she felt that same way. Oh, I thought I was special.
Yeah, she got molded. I mean, because the makeup artist did set it up, and he told Kara, hey, her contract isn't done.
Right.
The deal isn't sealed, so there is an opening. So she thought there was a chance.
Right.
So whether or not that was true, and if he was feeding her information to be shady.
Which is exactly what I'm like, I don't know if I can trust Rhonda yet, because here you have, she said, this is my home. That's what she tells MJ, my home. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sign the deal.
Right.
And I'm going to be here for another 5 years. So,
I mean, it makes
just
sense.
forget about it.
She's like the Katie Couric. Katie ain't going to go without conflict. She's
Right.
not going to go without a fight. I mean, of course, it's a younger person coming in, and you know, you're gonna fight for your spot. Anybody would.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
So,
what I'm telling you. I feel like that's why Rhonda's setting everybody up, because I think she told the makeup stylist, or the little stylist, like, hey, put this bug in the ear and see what happens.
right.
But the stylist was also like, it's time for a fresh face. So whose side is he on?
But you see how that camera angle was on his face, and I like zoomed in, and it was kind of like he looked up. He was being real shady. He was being real shady when he said, I noticed that. I was like, something about this don't feel right. Because he like looked up, and Kara's behind him, and he was just like, it's time for a fresh face. Like, something about you just seems fake. It did, right?
It did.
It did. All right, so we'll have to see what happens with that, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more conflict coming up.
Of course. They have to deliver the drama.
The drama, honey. And of course, Garrett tells Mary Jane after her meeting with Rhonda that he's just like, oh, this stuff takes time. It's going to happen, but it's going to take a while. Run around. The runaround.
Yeah, I don't know if he might be playing both sides.
I think he is. I mean, you have to think about it. He's an executive producer of the show. You want to keep your talent happy, but you also got to serve the needs of the show. And sometimes that means not being, not the best interest of your lead host. So maybe he's just kind of like, got to balance this here.
True.
He's sneaky.
I don't
like him. Not already first episode. I don't like him, because as soon as she went up to him and said, yeah, my agent's gonna call you, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third, he's like, well, it's gonna take some time for us to get through. Like, you was just feeding her all these pipe dreams at the dinner table. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure what was the point of going to lunch.
Right.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's probably true what Rhonda was saying, which is they're trying to pit us against each other. This is very reality TV-ish.
And they're in sweeps right now, so they need ratings.
Yep.
Right.
But how do you show that on a morning show that the people don't like each other? Like, do you just leak that like behind the scenes so then it's more tabloidy versus?
I would imagine so. Like there's somebody recording their argument in the makeup room, and then that leaks, and you see it on the blogs and social media and TMZ, and then it's like, oh.
Definitely. I think there's a way to do it. There was this video that went viral of these two women who were an anchor, and they were throwing shots on live TV to each other. Literally shot after shot. Like, thank you, Helen. It looks like you can do more than just the weather. Shot after shot. And two Caucasian women. I say yes.
They get feisty too now. They got attitudes too.
Yes.
Well, maybe that's what this is. But we should see what happens with this. It's going to be very interesting this season, because now Mary Jane she got some stiff competition, honey. That chair ain't coming. That anchor chair ain't coming as fast as she thought. So let's get back into the issue with Lee. So he drops off his little information. He's going to be performing. And, of course, Mary Jane decides to go because her own matchmaker broke up with her. And now she's free. Now she's got nothing on her agenda. And so she sees Lee perform at the comedy club. He's really funny. She seems to like him. And they go to the Afro punk dance
club.
Yeah. Which looked like a lot of fun.
Right?
It did.
It's like, dang.
I don't know if I want to paint my face in the club because it's going to sweat off. But I was thinking about that, like, why their face ain't sweating off? They look like they dancing real hard. Your face is supposed to sweat when you dance hard. I don't know about y'all. I think y'all here lying. Y'all ain't having a good time or something. And
it looked like they were having a good time. They were winding and grinding.
And Lee, he says, let's reintroduce ourselves. Let's do this. We should have did this the first time, and now that we didn't. I don't know if that really works. I feel like once you've gone down one path, is it real that you can be like, okay, let's start over? You kind of remember everything that already happened.
I'm sorry. I think he's a bird. I'm sorry. It's weird. He's a stalker. Like, the kinky stuff was cute, but you don't show up at the job, and it's just. Yeah. And then when she was leaving, and he came out like real quick. Like, she was obviously trying to get away.
Right.
And then he's there. I mean, I know that, granted, she did go there, but...
It's a little creepy.
A little creepy.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But they had sex again. So apparently it wasn't too creepy for her. She had showing a bra off in the club. I was like, oh, y'all getting real freaky. Because I'd have been like, oh, wait, don't show my bra off in the club. Up and then you out there like that, your bra just out in the club.
The way they were like, they were
grinding,
yes,
honey.
Like, it was, okay.
That was second base in the club.
That's what we saw.
Love in the club. Right?
Yeah, maybe I'm not, to each their own. She did say she was gonna stop auditioning, but unfortunately, you know,
she already auditioned him.
She was dumped by the way, by Felicia. Let's not. I don't know if anybody caught that. The matchmaker name was Felicia.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
I didn't even catch that.
Yes, it was. Hi, Felicia.
I like it. All right, let's talk about Mary Jane's family back in Atlanta. They're watching her on Good Day USA. And we also see that they're still dealing with what happened to Niecy a year ago when she got tased by the police. It seems like Niecy hasn't, something that she says she has to relive because Travion goes through the nightmares of seeing his mom get tased. And now there's protests and the media is talking about it still because now the police officer that tased her is going back to work. And so, of course, we know how that goes. A lot of people were upset about that. And so she's just like, I just want it to be over with. And her baby daddy says, well, you're going to get money out of it. So it's kind of like, let's just keep milking this.
Right. Like, that's worth it. You know, I love that this is art imitating life and what's really happening right now in current events. Niecy is obviously still dealing with it. And I love Patrick's letter and her dad trying to help her get over it.
Right.
I think we'll see how it unfolds. And maybe, I think something's going to come of it.
Hopefully something positive because, in the past we've seen that Niecy, she's always trying to find her way.
Yes.
She's looking for money. She's always broke. She's just trying to find out what she's good at and just see what her path is. Now, it's taken an unfortunate turn with this, but I feel like she's either going to go to her old ways and try to milk this money somehow and then have leeches and then the money's gone, or she's going to say, okay, let me do something positive with this.
Right.
I'm hoping for that part, that she does something positive, that she becomes like a speaker, and speaks on this subject and somehow flip it in her favor. Like, this is what happened, but it doesn't have to happen to you, to other girls out there. So
Didn't she want to do hair?
Yeah.
I think she should take the money and open a salon and use it that way. I mean, granted, I don't know if there could be a dollar amount that I would be comfortable to be like, okay, you tased me and this happened to me in front of my children on top of that, to where I'd be like, I'm okay with it. But I hope open up a salon, do something. I don't think she has to give it away. I don't think she has to be a speaker, just as long as she gets her life on track to where she wants it to be.
But you see how her baby daddy was just kind of like, so this money that comes in.
Leave your baby daddy.
Yeah.
He seems a little too eager. And if I recall, they weren't really together, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're not together.
Where'd he come from?
His
mama didn't like him or her, right?
Right. And that's the little girl's dad. So I just remember they weren't really together.
Just stay at Suge's house.
Mama Suge looking good. Hey, girl. And I'm really proud of her father, Patrick, because Patrick, he, last season he was dealing with the drugs, taking the drugs again to, perform at his job. And now it seems like even though he took that route and even though his family was upset with him for doing another type of drug, it seems like he's doing some redemption here with this letter that typically Mary Jane would have written for her niece. He wrote it, and Mary Jane could not have written this letter, okay?
No, because it was from the heart, and that's his child, and those are his feelings. I think it was so passionate. I loved it so much. I feel like this is another side of Patrick, so I hope that this season he's on the right track. He gets his stuff together, and we see more from him like this. It was really
definitely
touching.
I loved it. I was like, oh, this came from Patrick?
Right.
At first, I was a little, taken back.
Right.
But then as soon as you started hearing what he had to say, I was like, okay, this really did come from the heart.
Right.
I think it surprised him, too, that he had it in him, that he could deliver something like that and write so eloquently.
Because, a lot of times when you are not given the chance to fly, you don't know that you can. And, of course, Mary Jane has been the one in their family that has always had to do this type of stuff, so I'm sure he never even tried.
That's true.
That's a good quote.
See?
That's true.
I got a couple of them in me, just a few.
Drop that
But the other thing that I wanted to mention was that when we were talking about art imitating life, so there was, I think, Senator Cory Booker that was on here, who used to be mayor, Cory Booker, and he was talking about how the black kids are more likely to get expelled than white kids, and that also translates older in life when black men are more likely to get incarcerated for the same crimes of white people. And so this is the one thing that we like about being Mary Jane, we've always said, which is they always bring real issues into the show.
Right.
And try to incorporate it in. Even with Dave East performing his song, 30 Niggas, that song is real. He's a real artist. Shout out to you, Dave East. Hey, come through, come see a player.
No, the soundtrack on Being Mary Jane has always been, the music has always been on point and
Yeah.
always been good.
Yeah.
So I like that. I'm so glad that they added those real elements into this show. And then the other thing I think we should talk about. Wait, first of all, where is BJ? Wait, what's his real name?
BJ Britt?
PJ on the show.
He is yet to be seen, but he is a part of season 4.
He is. Where are you at, PJ?
Isn't he in California
I
doing
think
some
so.
architectural
LA.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. I think he's
He
doing
took
some
that.
little shady stuff, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all of these people. So far, so good. And I forgot to do this, guys. I usually do this at the beginning of every single show. And I know you hate it sometimes, but
What?
one word to describe this episode.
I don't remember hating this.
A couple of times she was like, ugh. Whatever, Megan. One word.
Outrageous.
Okay. Fahnia.
Wow.
You're so ridiculous. Wow. Shoulder lean. Did nobody ask you for that shoulder lean?
I gotta keep it fun and cute.
You are. I'm going to say interesting. That's what I think about this episode. Yes. What do you guys think? Make sure you put it in the comments. Watch this. Let us know. Tweet us. Being Mary Jane. What is our hashtag? I don't even know our hashtag.
It used to be hashtag
BMJ.
ABT AfterBuzz TV ABTV
BMJ.
BMJ, but that's long. Child.
Is it BMJ ABTV? I don't even know.
We'll create
Let's
one.
create a new one.
Let's create a new one.
I did look at some of what people had said. What they
Yes,
say.
but we'll go with ABTV BMJ.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure you put your comments, tweet us your comments, use the hashtag so that we can shout you out on the show because we really want to and we really do.
Okay, so Miss Margaret Avery tweeted out, "Are we using dating services and are too ashamed to admit it?" Ooh. And then she said, "Do you guys think gay guys do female hair better than women?"
Maybe.
I mean, I'm going to say yeah because I actually, if I have to pick, I'm going to go with gay guy.
I'm just saying.
Yeah?
I need to learn how to do some hair real quick.
I don't know.
I mean, it just depends. You know, you got to go with whoever is good. And it really comes down to skill, not necessarily
Well, that and who
sexual
cares
orientation.
about the health of my hair
Right.
as well. Like, who's going to take care of it, not just, trying to make a paycheck.
Right.
And then Miss Gabrielle Union tweeted out, "Rhonda Sales, friend or foe to Mary Jane."
Ooh, see?
Frenemy.
And then it is _Prophet said, "I mean, black men with a British accent that will allow you your wishes in the bedroom. I'm missing what's wrong here." He's a stalker.
Right.
That's what's wrong.
And then Sailing on a Dream said, "Maybe I should invest in rubber bands."
Ooh, rubber bands.
No, you're not there for that. You'd rather verbally tell your partner what you'd like.
Exactly.
I just don't like rubber bands.
I'm not doing it for
They
the
used to
rubber
get
band.
caught in my hair growing up, like those kind of the rubber bands. I just don't have very good associations with rubber bands. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from those.
Okay.
All right, let's get into some predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, what's gonna happen? Starting with you, Fahnia.
Oh.
Just something for the season, like a general prediction for the season.
She's going to win an Emmy by the end of the season.
What?
This is what she wanted. Yes. She's going to make it to the chair and she's going to win an Emmy.
I just feel like that's so final.
No, why? Why is that final? You can win multiple Emmys.
What are we gonna watch for the following season? She got her dream.
No, she's going to have an award-winning Emmy of some sort.
You know what? I'm gonna counter that, and I'm gonna say she's gonna be nominated, and she's not gonna get it.
Boom. It can happen.
Yes.
Rhonda might get it.
Oh.
Ooh.
And Garrett.
Or-
Garrett.
Not what's Lisa's? Cara might get it.
No, but if
you
Kara
can-
gets it, well, that's for the show. So then technically,
It depends on who's anchoring. She EP'd it.
that is true. That is very
Speaking
true.
of, Mara's out, right? Mara Brock Akil, is she out?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I
check it
think
out.
she's out, and
Why didn't we know this?
Will
She's not
Packer
joining.
is in.
Ooh, is it Will Packer that's
Yes,
now
ma'am.
show running?
I think he's EPing.
Oh.
There's something with the yeah. That was
Very
that was a little bit of
Mara.
news mixed in with predictions,
It
but because we were
was, it
talking
was.
about producers and whatnot.
Exactly. Okay. All right.
I think Mary Jane is gonna get engaged.
Ooh.
Again, there's gonna be a ring.
Season 4 finale.
Season 4 finale. We don't know the man yet. It's not gonna be Lee.
Thank you.
It's not gonna be me. We don't know the man yet. That's gonna happen. And you know what? I kind of want to see Garrett get fired.
Ooh,
I don't think Garrett's that key of a player.
I think he might get fired for some real shady stuff. Something we just you gotta get fired for this.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I feel like Mary Jane's gonna have a lesbian encounter.
Oh.
I feel like because here's the thing, because she's just at her wit's end, and I could see them writing that into the show for her because I just think she's in a.
I think we might be jumping the shark. I feel like she would have had her lesbian encounter in college, if that's what she was into.
Maybe she
experimental.
do it again.
Okay.
And I feel like because she's so like. What else could she experience?
Oh, you're really putting her out there. You're like,
I'm saying, I was thinking about it, I was like, what else are they? I can see her being like, oh, I'm done with men, and then she like comes back to men. I'm just saying because I feel like that's what she's gonna do. Let us know what your predictions are. Use that hashtag ABTVBMJ. I am Meg Scoop at Meg Scoop all around on all of my socials. You can also catch me on All Def Digital. I host a couple shows there. And who are you guys?
I'm Fahnia Thomas. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fahnia Thomas.
Hey everybody, I'm Howard III. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Howard III, and of course my website, howardthird.com.
Cool.
Yes, we will see you guys next week. Bye!
Bye!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.